Tuition isn't what breaks you. Timing is. Nobody leaves school because the number on the bursar bill was too big. They leave because the bill was due in August, the refund landed in September, and rent didn't care about the gap in between. This command center puts your whole academic year on one timeline. Every week, a running balance, and the exact date you run short. It's week 3 of fall term. The bursar bill came in August, and you paid it. The refund hasn't landed. You check your balance before groceries, and there's $23 in the account. That's not a budgeting failure. It's a timing failure. So, the sample file that ships inside. The student is Ava Delgado, shipped sample data, not a customer and not a testimonial. A sophomore at a public 4-year, in-state. Every number here comes from her recalculated workbook. This is the semester cash flow tab, and it's the reason the file exists. 20 weeks a term, one running balance, carried forward automatically. Ava starts fall with $1,860 and sets her alert line at $500. From there it carries the arithmetic forward, week by week, all year. Here's what it finds. The low point of her entire year is $23 at the end of week 3 of fall, September 7th, 2026. That date is not a coincidence. September 7th is the exact day her refund was legally due to reach her. Across the full 40 weeks, 14 of them sit below her $500 alert line. A budget tells you what you spent. A timeline tells you when you run out. The Refund Timeline tab draws that trap to scale. Fall. Tuition due August 10th. Earliest her aid can be disbursed, August 14th. Classes start August 24th. Refund must reach her by September 7th. That's 28 days in fall, and 41 in spring, where the costs are hers to cover entirely out of pocket. Those dates aren't guesses. They come from the federal rules this tab is built on. Aid cannot be disbursed earlier than 10 days before classes start, and once a credit balance exists, your refund must reach you within 14 days. Schools set their own billing dates. The shape of the squeeze is federal. Ava's cost of attendance, using her realistic figures, is $25,740. Total funding, net of origination fees, is $20,030. The gap is $5,710. Nobody hands a student that number. This tab does, then divides it down to $793 a month. Then it does the thing that makes a gap real. At $14.50 an hour, that gap is 394 hours of work, about 12.5 hours every week of both terms. That's the honest trade, and it belongs on paper before the term starts. Loans are the decision you make at 19 and pay for at 30, so this tab shows the bill in advance. On her current path, Ava graduates with $27,000 of federal debt. At 6.52% over a standard 10-year term, that's $306.85 a month, 7.08% of a $52,000 starting salary, and $9,822 of it is interest. It also shows the ceiling. She's used 100% of her $6,500 sophomore annual limit and 38.7% of the $31,000 aggregate cap in year 2 of 4. That bar filling this early tells you the last 2 years need a different plan. One more piece of arithmetic almost nobody sees. Federal loans carry an origination fee, taken off the top. $70 of Ava's borrowing this year never reaches her. She repays $6,500 and receives $6,430. The Aid and Funding tab deducts that up front, so every funding figure here is money that actually arrives. One honest minute under the hood. This workbook runs 1,027 formulas. Before a single frame was filmed, it was recalculated clean, and it passed 150 out of 150 independent math checks. Every screen in this video is that real file. No mock-ups, no staged figures, and no reviews to quote. The published cost benchmarks inside are 2025-26 figures. The College Board's 2026-27 edition isn't out yet. And this is a planning tool, not financial aid advice. Confirm every figure with your school's financial aid office and studentaid.gov. So here's the invitation. Open the Setup tab, type your school, your term dates, and your wage, and in 20 minutes, you'll have your own timeline, your gap, your refund deadline, and the exact week your balance goes thin. The College Semester Budget Command Center is $14.97, one time, with free lifetime updates in Excel and Google Sheets. Know the week you run short before it arrives. Find it on Etsy. The link is in the description.